We color code all of our animals based on their personality, and Spree is color coded yellow, which is an indicator that he's a little bit shy. So he's not necessarily the cat that's going to be right up at the front of the cage. Some of the other animals on the show today truly are right up at the front. They are not afraid to ask for attention, but this environment is a little bit nerve-wracking for a lot of the animals that come in, and Spree's a little bit more hesitant, a little more cautious than some of the others. And that doesn't mean that he's not a very sweet, affectionate, loving guy. He is. I've seen him with some of the volunteers. It just takes a little bit more patience when you're interacting with Spree. He likes to hang out kind of in the back of the cage, and you can, reach out a hand or a finger and let him, sniff and indicate where he wants to be petted. And then slowly, once he gets more comfortable with you, he comes right to the front. One of our regular volunteers was interacting with him yesterday. He was right at the front of the cage. She was rubbing his head. He was very content, but she was willing to move at his pace to get him comfortable. And that's what any potential adopter is going to have to do with him as well. And it's not necessarily just here in the shelter environment, but you also need to be a little bit more patient when you take them home. We do encourage all of our cat adopters to keep the animals isolated in one room for a 10-day period so that they get comfortable in their space, but they're not overwhelmed with too much space. They've been living in a very confined environment, so too much can make them nervous and they want to try to go somewhere small. So then they hide under the couch, the bed. Sometimes kittens get in more creative, harder to find spaces. So that just gives them a little bit of an adjustment period. And that's something that I recommend, again, to all the people who are adopting cats, but it's especially important when you have the shy guys or the fraidy cats or those cats that have been living here for a really long time that are a little bit institutionalized, if you will. Again, Spree came to us as a stray, so we're still learning about him, but even in his vet check, our vet said that he was very affectionate, he was a very nice cat, so we've gone ahead and neutered him, given him all of his vaccines. He's ready to go. He just needs to find a family who is understanding of the fact that he's a little nervous and scared when he's meeting new people. If you were interested in visiting with Spree, you could do so here for the time being at 1832 Rosemont Avenue.